Hey guys, it's Albertium back with another boss guide for Wuchang Fallen Feathers. I almost said there Black Myth Wukong. My goodness, do I miss that game. Now this boss might be a little bit tricky and well, we all love two phases, don't we? But hey, I'm gonna be making this very simple, and you know how this goes. Before I even think about asking you to click that like or subscribe button for me, please allow me a chance to earn that from you. With that being said, let's get in on this. We're gonna be using the Lashing Whip as we have so far. For the armor, we're combining things that give us a pretty decent damage mitigation and also some poise break. Now, when it comes to the pendants, this one right here is going to be essential, especially for phase 2. So make sure you have that one. Now, also dealt damage against large enemies and increases the potency of our weapons attacks. For spells, use whatever you feel comfortable with. And of course, the temperance sometimes can be extremely useful. And the boss fight itself. Now these 4 projectiles you simply need to dodge, especially the final one. If this one here hits you, she is gonna be just descending into you like Radan from Elden Ring in this huge AoE attack and take a pretty sizable chunk of your HP depending on your defense. Now, after that, well, I'm gonna be showing you what the openings are. Now, for the rest of the boss fight, you are gonna be keeping this mid-range distance between the two of you. That attack that she just did is the attack you want, even though almost all of the attacks are gonna be leaving her open from behind. All you have to do is make sure that you weren't short in your connection like I was there for the 2 times. Even this attack, anytime she does something, she is always open from behind. So you need to use the crescent arc and also combine that with your regular dodging in maneuvering yourself from behind her, and that is going to be absolutely that easy. I cannot stress this enough, guys. You do not rush. Once you are close to her, do not feel tempted in button mashing the heavy attack button because you might actually ruin your chance. So every time, even if you miss, even if you don't break her, it's still pretty sizable damage that's gonna be counting. All of the attacks, I say again, are gonna be leaving her open from behind. The laser, the dash forward, the somersaulting as well, and also the roaring attack for which you have that amazing pendant to protect you against. All of this is going to be very easy as long as you use the crescent arc and you're dodging. And then phase 2. Now most of these boss's attacks are going to be the lunges and also the roaring attacks. Now the lunges you're gonna be heavily neutralizing by simply using the crescent arc, combining that with your own dodge, getting double the iframes. The roaring, you don't have to worry about that because of that pendant. Now this attack right here, it's gonna be shown on the floor where these bricks are gonna be falling. The laser, simply dodge against it and then close the distance, go to the boss and always stay somewhere on the boss's hip or behind him and just take the opportunity to deal damage. Now be mindful of your stamina, unlike I was here, and sometimes you might do this very fast and you might get hit. Now one thing to note is that, you know, when there are these big attacks coming and these things are falling from the sky, for example, you have to keep an eye out for the boss as well, because boss is sometimes preparing something while you are distracted, and this actually can work in very great effect on boss's behalf. Now once he is using that attack, the laser one, do not stay too close to the head because there is going to be a AoE explosion which actually hit me. So better safe than sorry, and do not lose your head in the heat of the moment just maneuvering around the boss. Most of these attacks really are pretty benign and you shouldn't be having any trouble. You might be doing a little bit less damage than usual, but this really isn't that going to be difficult. Guys, you absolutely got this. One thing I need you to be very careful about is not sticking to the edges of the arena. This boss can trap you against the wall and not let you leave, and that is where this fight is probably gonna be ending. Now if you stay calm, if you use the crescent arc, and then just remember, crescent arc, dodge, crescent arc, dodge. That is going to be the magical rhythm. Get him over the line with your attacks, and then that is pretty much that. Guys, this is Albertium. Hopefully this helps you. I will be seeing you in the next one. Bye bye.